All right, and today we have a very, very special guest on. I'm going to make a quick introduction. He's the original boxing coach for Nick and Nate Diaz, who are arguably the best boxers in the UFC. He is still training Nate on a daily basis and coached him in all of his fights, including the most recent boxing match versus Jake Paul. His boxing IQ, training methods with the focus on fundamentals and conditioning translates exceedingly well to the MMA. He's a true legend in the sport of boxing and MMA. He is Richard Perez.
Hey, let's go. Hey.
Aloha.
All right. What a great honor to have you, man, with us. It means a lot to us that you decided to come and talk story with us. You know, we true believers that behind every good fighter, there is a good coach. You know, the fighters are always young.
Yeah.
And they need someone with a little bit, more experience to give them the right guidance. But before we're going to talk about the MMA career and boxing career and where you were involved, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, how did you even get to boxing?
My dad. Yeah, there was four boys. I was the youngest. I didn't want to do it because I used to spar my brothers and I'd cry, you know. But once I started boxing in the ring and getting used to it, I liked it. So that's how I got started. My father we had our own gym in the garage. Yeah.
So you got beat up by your brothers?
They're older than I am.
All right.
They taught me a lot. They did. Yeah.
So boxing's a family affair for you?
Yes.
Nice.
I had a brother who was ranked number 8 in the world. He was fighting, and he ended up going to Vietnam because he was looking forward to going for a WBC belt, but it didn't happen. When he came back, he fought, and he said he won, but it didn't. It was a tough fight. He decided to go.
Did you ever competed yourself?
It was little. When I was little, not very much. But then I ended up with epilepsy at 14. But I still went to the gym and sparred with people. Oh yeah, because I loved it. It's in my blood.
Oh,
but it never bothered me. But the doctors, nope, can't. You know, they couldn't find anything wrong. You know, no tumor or anything. So, and that's how I just kept living in the gym and training every day, all the time. You know, act like I was fighting. You know, get ready for a fight. I'd spar with pros, amateurs are moving up, and because they like sparring with me, and that's where I was at.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you actually get to open your own gym? Was that your passion? Did you say that?
Yes, it was my passion, but my passion was since I couldn't fight anymore. What I did was I wanted to keep sparring because I didn't. At that time I was angry, you know, like, well, if I die, I die. You know, I have seizures, but it didn't hurt me at all because I never really got dazed. I never really got hit. I mean, I got hit, but not dazed where I get dizzy. And so when I was sparring with the pros, they liked my style, so they asked me to train. That's why I started training people. And I'm going, you guys want me to train you guys? Okay, so. And then when I was doing that, I always wanted to open up my own gym because when you go to people's gym, you know, it's their gym. They want to control it. And I can't do what I really want to do. So I did open up a gym, yeah.
You were born and raised in Stockton?
No, Fresno. I'm from Fresno.
Fresno.
California. It's a little town called Herndon. It's about 10 miles away.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then from there, you wanted to open up your gym.
Well, I moved to Stockton. Then when I got older, you know, I got married, you know, and then I was working, and everywhere I went, I always found a gym. That was my number one. Got to get a gym. Got to find a gym. Got to work out. Got to spar. That's one thing I didn't want to let go because I loved it. You know, it just helped me relax. Yeah, helped me relax a lot because I had a lot of problems. You know, my dad was always wanted us to do what he wanted him to do, and since I had the epilepsy, it was like, okay, you can't fight. So, but it was all good. I learned a lot. Yeah, even when I trained and sparred with people, I learned too. Even when I was training people, I still learn. Yeah.
Every day in the ring, you learn, basically.
Yeah, every day, just like jiu-jitsu. You know? Yeah, you learn every day. I don't care how good you are, you're going to learn something.
For sure.
Yeah.
So your passion brought you to take it professionally.
Yeah, and just train people. Yeah, I loved it. So I'd get in the ring, and when I hold mitts, I'd throw at them, because I really loved the physical contact. So I'd hit them. They hit me back sometimes, but not. it's just a good feeling because I know a lot of trainers, they'll hold mitts, but they will not throw back. I guess because they're maybe afraid to get hit. Because I've been hit. I've hit Nathan, hit me in the eye. I've had other fighters like Rodney Jones. I had him since amateur, and he became really good. He hit me in the nose, you know. But
he was a welterweight champion, right?
He was the NABO and NABF. Yeah, and he was started amateur. He went to 147 and he moved up to 154. Yeah, he was really good. I had Tony Dominguez. He was a really good hard hitter. He was amateur. He was 18 and 17 knockouts. If I remember, 17 knockouts. He had like 7 in the first round.
Whoa!
And when he went pro, I think it was 22 with 21 knockouts. Yeah, he hit really hard. Whoa. And in them days, we had a little body protector, not that thin. And I'd get bruises. Yeah.
So you used to hold the mitts for them, but also here and there. Try to sneak one in to keep them on their toes.
Always, yep. Because you don't want them thinking offense all the time, just throwing and their hands are down or chins up, they're not paying attention. You got to make them feel like they're really in there. So if I throw, I got to get my defense going. I got to move, got to duck. So I do that all the time, and they like that. They really do. Yeah.
And then you started to train in Stockton in a gym where...
It was boxing when I was about 25, when I was sparring people, and then that's when I started training people. Tony Dominguez, Rodney Jones. I even worked with Ronaldo Zaragoza. He was a good fighter. He fought Freddie Roach. But I wasn't
Freddie Roach.
I wasn't training him then. He went to Vegas. But yeah, he was a good southpaw fighter. Oh my gosh, I used to spar with him too. Yeah.
And that's where you met Nick and Nate and them?
I met Nick and Nate at Pacific Coast. It was MMA, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing was upstairs, and MMA was upstairs. And Nick and Nate were there. They were like, I want to say 15 and 16. And I was training Rodney Jones, and Nick come out, hey, we want to spar with him. I said, no, you guys aren't ready. You're MMA fighters. And I was thinking, they're too little. And Rodney had a lot of experience then. He was already like 25, I think, 26 maybe. And
so wait, they were like 15 years old 16. And they wanted to spar a 25-year-old pro.
They had a belt. Yeah, they had a belt. Yeah. Those Nick and Nate, they would spar with anybody. They'd fight anybody like that in a heartbeat. Oh yeah, those guys weren't scared. They were tough. They had a heart. And so I watch them. Hey, Rich, I'm gonna spar with this guy. Watch me. Man, I'm gonna watch heavyweight. Nathan like 140 pounds. Holy moly! And then Nick, I finally got Nick in there. We were in. Cesar Gracie's gym. He had some boxers there, and we went to go spar with some guys. Nick did, and I forgot the guy's name. Carl. His name is Carl, I think it was. Anyway, he came out, and we had nobody to spar with because I think he went 4 rounds. And Nick said, "I'll go in there." So Nick was already like 17, I think 16. Okay, put him in. He did good. I mean, he was getting hit, but he hit back. Boy, he had a lot of combination. He didn't have a lot of combination, but he had power. And Ronnie said, this guy's good, man. I'm going to spar with him again. So that's how we kept sparring with him. And then Nick asked me, he had somebody ask me if I was to train him. Because he was getting ready for, what's his name? Gosh, it's been so long. Not BJ Penn.
Not Robbie Lawler?
Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, I remember.
4 weeks, we only got to work with the mitts. And sparring. And he went up there, and I didn't go to the fight because I was training Rodney. But he went up there and knocked him out. Like,
whoa.
Yes.
Yeah. And that brought him in because he was really the underdog. Yeah. Made me feel good.
I mean, that's when I first heard of you, was even to mention you there.
Yeah, because nobody trained him boxing. I mean, in 4 weeks, he picked up pretty quick. Ooh. Oh, yeah, he picked up really quick. They both do. They pick up really quick. Because I have trouble with some fighters, not like Rodney or Tony, but some other ones that you tell them next week to come back and, oh, I forgot. Oh, come on, how bad do you want to learn this?
So they picked it up pretty quick.
They do. They pick up really quick.
I mean, just to stand with Robbie Lawler, with all due respect, I mean, Robbie is a freaking animal. Animal, hammer. And I know, why is all Hawaii crazy about Robbie? He used to live here? He used to serve here?
He used to fight here.
He used to fight here?
Yeah, I think he fought Rumble on the Rock a few times.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then, Robbie is part Filipino, so he kind of looks like somebody that could be from here.
Okay.
So like a lot of people associate, they look at him and say, he don't like he could be from Pro City. You know what I mean? He don't like an L boy. So, and then of course Hawaii. Everybody in Hawaii likes the stand and bang guys. Period.
Yeah.
They just love the hands. So anybody willing to just throw hands, they're all for it. You know.
Yeah.
Like what's his face was real successful out here for a while, and he nicknamed himself Hawaii's most hated haole, and that was what's his face. He was all jiu-jitsu. Kind of off his rocker a little bit. You know the shit. You guys don't remember the crazy white guy? He's all over the news. He's ended up getting arrested a lot. He calls out anybody.
Well, a long time ago.
Yes, this is during that era. But he was out here submitting everybody. You know what I mean? And then he would troll the crowd, of course. For the life of me, I don't remember his name. But yeah, that's why Hawaii likes Robbie a lot.
That's crazy.
Robbie, bad dude.
Yeah.
Crazy that Nick was able to put a stop to this.
Oh, that was bro. That was. Well, that was the first time somebody came at Robbie like that. Like, he came in like, fuck, we gonna bang, dog. And he just fucking marched him down, right? Like,
he was mixing it up.
Yeah.
Like
was that part of your guys' plan? Just rush him?
Body head, throw punches, back him up against the cage. Yeah.
Oh.
And Nick said, man, he has a hard head because he had a lump. Try him in that head. He wouldn't go down.
Yeah, that was a masterful performance, man. I like rewatching that one a lot.
Yeah.
I still watch it.
This is crazy just to know that he was 4 weeks in and was able to put this kind of show.
Yeah, I was really happy. I was nervous, but I was happy because I know he worked on the miss one. He picked up really quick, but is he going to do it in there? And he did. He went in there and kept his hands, he didn't get crazy, he didn't get excited, so that was awesome.
Is it back then they still used to do like the triathlons and stuff like that, or that came after?
No, they did them all the time. They were doing little ones then, because they couldn't afford the big ones. But yeah, they would always do that. They loved it.
Was that your first MMA fight that you had sent a box that came from your gym or for your teaching?
It's the first time they ever trained MMA fighters with Nick and Nate. Yeah, everybody was always boxing, and I've had other people that offered me a lot of money to train in boxing. One guy had a WBC belt. I can't remember his name, and he got really mad at me because I told him, I can't. You have a trainer. I don't like taking people's fighters. But he said, I'm the boss. I have my belt. I want you to train me. I said, no. He had me in the corner. Oh yeah, he had me in the corner. He said, I want you to train me. I don't care what you say. I said, look, you have a trainer over there. I'm not going to get involved. So when I was training Rodney Jones, when we left, he put a big old sticker on my car, my truck, and had $4 signs on it. Said, I'll pay you anything you want. I said, give me his number. No, I couldn't do it.
Wow. Yeah. Is that something you learned from Dad, or?
Well, it's just something, I guess it's part of my family that you don't take nothing from somebody without, you just don't take it. That's like Robin. People try to take Nick and Nate too from me. Rodney Jones, and Tony Dominguez. I mean, they once they get up there, people want that, so they get greedy. They don't care if people talk about it. If I have that, I'm making money.
Yeah.
So, I've had people that Scott Smith wanted me to train him. The one that Nathan fought, what's his name? Short guy too. He was in the Ultimate Fighter, and he asked me to train him. Yeah. Robbie Lawler asked me one time at the airport, he said, hey, you can train me? I can't, because in MMA it's different. They have a group over here, like Nathan, Nick, and Nate. You cannot go outside the territory. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has their own boxing. You can go anywhere. But now it's kind of getting a little elusive, where everybody can go in MMA. But before, it wasn't, we were our group and we stayed there. Yeah. But it didn't bother me. I mean, I was focused on them, and that was good enough. And some of the little guys, yeah.
Yes.
I think that it came from, in jiu-jitsu, it's very important, your lineage, and not to cross-train, and you don't never gonna leave your gym to train somewhere else. At least back then, it was like a big no-no. Now it's much more loose, like you said, but back then it was like, yeah, you cannot go train somewhere else.
Are you crazy?
Yeah. It's like a disrespect to your teacher, like that you seek someone else to learn more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we believe, like, if you're confident in your game, then you should be letting your fighter go and, experience some other stuff and explore. But back then it was a little bit different.
Yeah, it was.
It was more controlled, I would say. Yeah. And how was it hard to do the adaptation from just straight up boxing into MMA, taking into consideration takedowns, kicks, head kicks? I mean, the defense is different. You got to take everything into consideration. Did you have to modify your game as well?
Yes, I had to have. When I first did it, it was kind of really different because boxing is just boxing. I could say everything. I could tell. I could talk to him. I wouldn't have to worry about stopping, and close my mouth and let somebody else say something. Like in MMA, if I say, "Hey Nathan, stand up and throw this boxing punch," and then I have to stop because I can't give him any combinations really because these other guys are telling him to kick, how to kick, or take him down, shoot on him or whatever, sprawl. So it was kind of hard to kind of sit back a little bit and say a little bit, in and out, in and out. Because in boxing, I'm in control. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I got used to it. Yeah, sometimes the guys say, "Hey, Richard, calm down." No, because I'd be into the boxing part. It's not just boxing. Yeah, but it was all good. I learned. I got a lot of experience out of that. Yeah.
I can only imagine to do, the adaptation must be hard, suddenly to take, after years of doing it from a little kid, with your family and brothers and then training and pros, and then suddenly, oh fuck, you can get kicked, you can get taken down. Wait, what?
Elbow.
Wait, I sprawl? Oh, elbow. Yeah. It takes a lot of fight IQ to implement all of those parameters into your game, into your map. I can only imagine how crazy that is.
It was, still is sometimes. I have to really. You have to really focus on this because there's too many things involved. Boxing, that's my life. It's right there, straight. So it's fun, a lot of fun.
But it's good with them because they're also very, very good at jiu-jitsu.
Right, you're right.
So they already can see it themselves, so to speak.
So I felt comfortable when they're in jiu-jitsu because they know I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. We know that they're really, really good at what they're doing on the ground.
Right.
Yeah. But even though it's funny because you would think that because they have a black belt and because they're so good at jiu-jitsu, they would want to take it to the ground. But they just like to bang.
They love to throw punches. Those guys.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a Stockton thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Just like to bang it out.
That's what
quick.
They say. The ground's always there. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, the ground's always there.
Yeah.
Let's bang it out first.
Yeah.
And I know you always say, you always talk about all the articles that we read about you. You talk about volume and accuracy.
Yep.
Let's elaborate on that a little bit. So that is your game plan?
Yes, so a lot of punches. Excuse me. So when I train them, I make them throw a lot of punches. And some people can't handle it, But at the same time, I'm throwing too. I don't know how I do it, but I do it. If you throw them, I come right at them, pop, right away. And they're like, oh, I got to be ready for this. But I make them throw a lot of volume punches and it be accurate, because accurate is really important too. I think is number one. But when you throw a lot of punches, because I tell them, you get somebody hurt when you're fighting, you're going to go at them. But if you're not used to throwing a lot of punches, you're going to gas out. So you're going to try to take a couple rounds to take a break. And those guys are going to come back at you.
Yeah.
And you can get knocked out. Those guys, I have guys that spar with them, and they say, man, Richard, you train them good because they're like spiders. They got all kinds of arms coming at me. I can't tell what to do here. They're just throwing and catching me. And they try to counter, there's 2-3 punches at them. So, and that's what my dad taught us, to throw a lot of punches. But you have to, every time you take a break and go back, it's like starting over because my dad made you throw a lot of punches. Blah, blah, blah. Man, your arms are getting heavy. But once you pass that, your arms can keep going.
Yeah. Well, they're known for, both of them are known for throwing a lot of combinations, a lot of volume.
Yeah.
I think Nate or Nick, I can't remember, had the most punches ever thrown in one round or whatnot.
But the fight, and then Nick broke the record, and then Nathan broke it again. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's the volumes of throwing punches, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I tell people, you could do triathlons, you could do anything you want, but if your arms aren't used to throwing a lot of punches, those lungs are going to gas out. Your arms are going to get heavy. Yeah.
I think also this is how he got to, to McGregor, because he just unloaded a barrage of just countless punches again, and body, head, body, head, body, head, body. So I think it does prove that your theory makes sense, and
Try to make it.
it obviously got them to where they are.
Yes, it did. Yes, like Nathan when he fought McGregor the first time, 2 week notice. He calls me. He said, "Richard, I'm in Mexico. I got to fight." He said, "I'm fighting McGregor." I said, "What? You got 2 weeks?" He goes, "Yeah, but I'll be all right. I'll get right back to your gym." He came back, went to the gym. We started training. 2 weeks, and you don't really train 2 weeks. But after the 4th day, you kind of slow it down. You know, it's like, oh no. So, but he did good. Yeah, and then the second time he got injured, but during training camp, but he did good. He did good. I thought he won it.
Yeah, I thought he won too.
I thought he won too. Yeah. But they had to give it to McGregor.
Business is business, right? You know,
just to keep up the potential trilogy.
Well, that fucking guy is a power in the UFC. Like, they just got rid of USADA. You see that?
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't know if it's just fake news. Is it just a joke?
I think it was because of McGregor. Because the McGregor, he felt like they were picking on him, and fucking they wanted to get that fight going with.
Chandler. Huh?
Yeah, and fuck, so I don't know. They just want McGregor to use his steroids.
100%. You know, that's why he lives on a yacht.
Yeah,
because they cannot get to him.
Yeah,
because he's in the middle of the freaking ocean.
Yeah. Come test me, motherfucker.
Yeah. This is crazy.
Everybody's on steroids, bro.
So they did drop the USADA just technically just so he can do that fight that everybody is waiting for. Because I know it was like pushed back, and then they said he needs 6 months so he can clean the body and stuff like that.
But you know what? Everybody's always finding a way to cheat, right? Or not cheat, to enhance. Yeah. I'm sure you see it all the time in the gym, right? Like all kinds of tricks and.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of stuff of changing your blood. You ever heard of that?
I heard that.
There's athletes that cycle their blood out. Like I don't know what they do. They put in fresh blood into their stream or something. Like, there's all kinds of tricks.
I know there's a drink you can drink. It's supposed to clear the steroids out. Before a fight, like I think 2-3 days before a fight, you drink it. Bro. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is.
Again, so everybody's always trying to find a way to one up,
right.
Yeah.
Just any little inch they can get. But that's crazy.
Look, in my opinion, we want to watch a fight. We want to see two of the best in their best shape going at it. If you need to take steroids, in my opinion, again, I'm just saying, in my opinion, if you can take steroids, and everybody can, please let everybody take.
Yeah.
Let everybody take. And let them become like monsters and let them go at it. It is what it is. If they do it in the right way, where, you know, the dick doesn't fall off afterwards.
Oh, we don't know. You know, Alistair Overeem, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a fucking genetic monster, you know.
Is he genetic, though?
Well,
I saw his genetics before.
You know.
Well, honestly, now you never know.
Yeah.
Now you never know.
Well, I can honestly say, look at the Diaz brothers and tell you that they're not on anything.
No.
Yeah.
Their body never was in like Greek god looking like obscenely.
You're right.
Cut. Like everything looked normal, natural, healthy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I've never seen them looking like all absolute shred.
To a point that sometimes you look at their body and you're like, this guy's a fighter?
Yeah.
People tell me, he's a fighter. Yeah, he's a fighter. Watch him on TV. You'll see.
You know what I mean?
No, I can. Yeah, you're right.
All natural. Did you get into their same kind of dieting too? Like,
No. I love meat.
Yeah, okay.
But you know what's funny is that we'll go to gyms and you're going to be sparring with pros. And they'll come and say, hey, how many rounds Nathan want to go? So, I don't know, about 4. Well, how many of you guys want to go? Well, maybe you guys want to go. You guys can go 12? Okay. I go, well, yeah, he'll go 12. Oh, wait, they go, we will see. 4 or 5 rounds, they're out. They're out of the ring. And they come up with excuses. Oh, I just got through eating, or I wasn't feeling good, or, you know. And they're getting ready for a fight.
Well, you know, honestly, I think doing the triathlons, which is swimming, bicycling, and running,
It helps a lot.
brings you to a conditioning that is no other. I mean, there's nothing you can do. If you survive that, also mentally, Also mentally, if you don't break down and you're able to finish and get to the finish line, I mean, you know how many times you tell yourself, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. But then you don't do it and you keep on running, and then freak, after all of that, you still gotta swim. Oh wait, what is it first? First bicycling, first swimming?
I think it's swimming.
Swimming,
Then bicycling.
then bicycling, then running.
Or either bicycling. I don't forget.
Can you imagine? You swim that much, then you bicycle, and then after all of that, you're like, okay, now I have a marathon.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Obviously.
As far as I go, is everyone to the bathroom.
But this is honestly what made her career, you know, I believe, you know, as far as conditioning.
Yeah.
I mean, this is second to none.
Yeah.
But how, you know, what is another mystery, though, is how they smoke weed all day.
I don't either. But they actually don't smoke it all day. They'll smoke it like when I see them, you know. Before they start training, they'll go smoke a little bit, take a couple of hits, and so on. Then they'll got warming up, and then they'll train. Then after, they'll take a couple of hits. When they go home, I don't know. That's what I see. Well, I don't see them going the whole, you know, sucking it all up all the time. No.
I think your body conditions to what you feed it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because, like, for instance, there's, like, hardcore drinkers who can drink drink tons of liquor, but still work construction the next day with no problem.
Yeah.
Drink till 2 a.m, wake up at 6, let's go build a building.
True.
And they've conditioned themselves so well to that, I think it might be the same for them.
Into it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I have a joint, I just want to have peanut butter and watch something.
Just a jar of peanut butter?
Yeah, just chill. I was always thinking about that because they're so intense, even the way they fight, you know, the multitude of boxing, of punches that they throw, the way that they work out, the way they train, the triathlon, but then they have always a joint in their hand.
Yeah.
I mean, how crazy do you need to condition your body to a point where you do not become lazy, you not become a procrastinator?
Spaced out.
They work out, 6 times a week?
Yeah.
6 times
sometimes
a week?
7. Yeah, sometimes 7, yeah.
You know?
Love, I guess, love, you can tell the love is there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? When they're shadow boxing and doing ninja moves on the side of a hotel for no reason. Just let me just throw a kick here because I'm bored. You know what I mean? Like, it's
shadow box.
Yeah, I think that's like absolute love. Yeah, just love it.
And sometimes I think like smoking the weed is like an oxygen tank for them. You know, you're getting oxygen in there.
Maybe for them it's special.
Yeah, because they can go.
So do you still have your gym over there in Stockton?
The COVID closed me down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
I got into it with the landlord, you know, so I couldn't pay, and she wanted me to. She says, I got kids and bills. I said, so do I. Yeah, but you train like this. No. That has nothing to do with this gym here.
Yeah.
You know? And I tried to get the loan like everybody else. They wouldn't give it to me.
What?
So I let it go. I sold it real cheap. Yeah.
Dang.
I didn't want to, but...
Is there another gym in place? Or?
No, I'm 71 years old. I can't be...
You're
Yeah. I'll be 72 in May. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I mean, still feel good, but just doing the business and trying to focus on the fighters. If I get another fighter, I don't know, but I'm focusing on Nathan right now. And it's kind of slowed me down. So I like to relax now. Before I'm an energetic. I was always energetic. I still am, but not as bad as I used to be. Oh, you couldn't stop me. I couldn't sit down for a little bit.
I was shocked to see when I ran into you at the mall. I was completely shocked because I guess I don't associate Richard Perez boxing with vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always hear about you and see you, and I just to see you stand alone with your wife, I was like, he's resting.
I never used to do that. I couldn't go anywhere more. Maybe like maybe 2-day weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Nobody wanted me to close the gym. They wanted me to have that open all the time. And everybody that came in that gym always wanted me to train them on the mitts. They didn't want I had other people help me. I go, that kid's only 9 years old. I have another trainer that can help. I want you. I pay my money here for you.
Oh, man.
Come on. That's getting a little bit. So that kind of stressed me out too, you know, because they don't understand.
Yeah. Levels to this, man. There's levels to this.
Yeah.
You know?
So you were pretty sad that you had to close the gym?
Yeah. I didn't want to, but I had to. It's just not working out. You know, wasn't because I had my house payment. You know, that was quite a bit of money. So when I sold that to my wife, let's just move to Oregon. It's cheaper right now, Medford. And so now we're planning on hopefully going back.
Oh, so you moved out of there. You moved out of Stockton too?
For 4 years, yeah.
Wow.
It'll be 4 years, yeah, September. So I didn't want to. I mean, I had to do something. It was cheaper right there at that time. And I figured maybe if I just let go and just relax, because I was getting kind of stressed, losing my gym. And so it helped me a lot. So now I feel good. I said, let's go back. We'll see if I can get...
Let's go to Hawaii.
Give me some donations here, and I'll be over there.
Heck yeah.
That's
You know how it goes nowadays. Nowadays, people that really need support and need financial support, they just go, they open up a GoFundMe, and people that support you, people that like your work, that like what you do, they just donate, and they do it with love. It's enough that everybody does $15-20, but you have like 3,000 people that do it. Bam, you have 3 years and a new gym. And but I do understand being 71, and it's time for you to just
chill. No more gym, because it's a lot of work. I had to be there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes I stay till 12, 1 o'clock, because I have to train Nathan. I train Chris sometimes, Chris Avila, Jose Aguayo, yeah. I train and Nathan, yeah. And I would go from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock. I would train probably about 100 people a day on the mitts.
Whoa.
Yeah, each round, because everybody wanted to get in the mitts. And they're different styles. Everybody's got different styles. Somebody don't know what they're doing. They'll throw their right hand over here, or throw the left hand over here, and you got to watch. So I move my hand out of the way. Hey, what are you doing? And people say, man, you got good reflexes. I said, I got to. I don't want to get messed up. Yeah. So I did that all day.
But I'm proud of you for keeping all your hair, bruh.
Bruh, beautiful.
Beautiful, huh?
I use that green grow that they use for grass.
I wanted to say if I'm going to look like that 71, but I don't have it already. So.
Yeah, I know.
It's all right, you look good.
I'm out of the hair race long time ago already.
I was bald, that's why I look ugly.
Same here.
When did you lose yours?
Oh, bro, it's hereditary. I was starting to lose mine in like mid-20s.
No way.
Yeah.
Gee.
It's just...
Now you're shaving, or it's just natural?
I'm shaving. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have the top.
Yeah.
And then I got the sides, and I just don't want that look,
Oh, yeah, hell no.
It's like, I just shave it all off.
Professor look.
Yeah. Yeah, no need.
Like me, I had gray hair since I was 17. I used to pluck it, but they got more and more and more. Because my mom had 11. She used to pluck. She was 11, she told me.
Oh, dang.
No way.
Yeah.
So wait, if you live there and they live there, how you still train together?
I would drive or fly. Most of the time I drive. And I would stay at my nephew's, he has an office. And it's nice. It's got like 4 big rooms, 2 shower, 2 bathrooms.
Oh, nice.
And I would stay there. So, and then I'd go to the gym all the time and train with Nathan. Yeah. Be there for 3 months. I was the last time about 3 months.
You did a good job with Chris.
That
fight was really good.
I didn't train him. I haven't been training for a while.
Oh, okay.
It's been about, a couple of years, 3 years maybe 4. But I would give him pointers what to do. So you got to start throwing punches, because he would throw that overhand right alive. You ever notice that when he fought MMA?
Yeah.
And I said, Chris, you got to quit doing that. They're seeing it. You have to throw that straight right. And he finally picked it up. I work him on the bag. Like I hit the bag. I tell him, hey, throw the punch. Let me see what you're doing. Same with Jose. Let me see what you're doing here. And they would correct it. And I guess now they're getting it. Like Jose, he could never throw a jab. This last fight, he was throwing that jab and setting up combinations, and that's why he won that fight.
Nice.
It's really important to learn those little things. A lot of guys don't. Especially, don't get me wrong, MMA fighters, they like to brawl. They just want to get in there and just throw wide hook punches. You got to set punches up, and you can't throw that real wide punch, because people will see it and they'll throw a straight punch. Will get there before an overhand right.
Yeah.
So they look really good the last fight.
Did you happen to watch the fight from Strickland and Adesanya?
No, I didn't. I don't have pay-per-view. I'm not rich like you guys.
We're not pirating it. You're right. We're not pirating it. We paid it $79.99.
We'll send you a link, Unks.
There you go.
Dana, he's just kidding. He's just kidding, Dana.
No. But you went to were you at the last one? Were you at the Jake Paul?
Yeah,
you were, right?
I was in the corner, yeah.
So I remember so you've done a lot of these fights, right? You've done boxing to mixed martial arts and to now what I like to call, what would you call it, celebrity boxing? Because it feels more like a spectacle, less than a competitive sport. What do you feel like the difference is with, what Nate and Jake are doing with the spectacle as opposed to mixed martial arts and the sport of boxing?
What's competitive? It's good because it's competitive, and people want to see it.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, whether he's a celebrity or whatever it is. Jake Paul, he does computers or whatever on TV or videos. He brought himself up to be there, and Nathan brought himself up the hard way, fighting.
Yeah.
So, and I heard that Jake Paul used to wrestle in high school. I don't know, but so he knows a lot about physical work, training. And when they fought, I thought, well, that's pretty good for Nathan. And plus, he's doing his own business.
Promoting.
Promoting. So that's good. They brought it together. So it brings it up. And don't get me wrong, Jake Paul's not just no little wimp.
Yeah.
He's a tough kid. But if Nathan wouldn't have hurt his shoulder, his right from training, I know for a doubt that he would have stopped him. Because Nathan could throw a lot of punches. He's sneaky, he's slick, and he don't stop. But he had a hard time. He tried to come in. Anyway, he did good, though. He did really good for that fight. I thought it was closer than that, very close. I would have gave it a draw. In fact, maybe to Nathan, because Winston was gassing out at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what does it feel like regards to an overall show for you? Or do you not see it any different from a boxing match and from a fight?
I don't. Not when I'm in the corner, I'm not.
You just see the fighter and the fight.
It's boxing. I got to focus. I got to concentrate and be serious because it's pro to me. For Nathan, I'm not looking at the other opponent as him being a pro, but I'm looking at Nathan, what he needs to do and not do. But it was pretty hard. It was pretty hard for me to really tell him what to do because of the injury, but he threw it anyway. He was trying. But other than that, it's boxing for me.
Yeah.
I think Jake Paul today or yesterday, I think Nate said, let's do another one. And then Jake said, no way. If you want, MMA.
Yeah, the word is MMA.
Yeah.
The word is that Jake Paul agreed, but he still hasn't posted via his mouth. We saw Nate post the poster. Well, you get the inside scoops.
No. I wish.
Like, are you working the end of this year, next year? What's your schedule like? Huh? What was that?
The fifth. I don't know. In fact, I'm probably one of the last ones to know. Because I don't want to. People are sending me that all the time. All these. Nathan's fighting, better be ready. And I don't respond. I just don't really say nothing until Nathan tells me. That's the only time I really know it's really happening. Yeah.
I honestly, if you think about it, man, from what Jake started to where he is now, and he is standing with the best of the best. And kudos to the guy, with all due respect. He was standing there. Yeah, he gassed out, but by the end of the day, he was throwing, he was standing, he was moving. He looked pretty good.
Yeah,
he looked pretty good.
Well, he's an athlete for sure, and he's young. He's young, hungry, something to prove.
Got a good trainer.
Yeah.
But I really hope that when they're gonna get to the MMA, I just want to see him. You know how he choked out what's his face, and he did like in the back, like that's what I want to see.
That's real life.
That's real life,
right? Yeah. Just let him know, like in real life, I would have fucking killed you.
Yes.
In real life.
Did you watch the fight? Well, you said you're not watching the fights, but his brother Logan versus Dylan Dennis.
I seen the highlights of it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get to see the whole thing.
Come on.
Hit him when he was on the ground?
Yeah, and then it was like, I don't know.
That was more of a circus than
circus,
anything.
Man.
Yeah, it felt like a circus.
It felt like Dylan Dennis is not taking it seriously.
I think he did. I think he took it seriously, but that's what he has to offer. He's not, he doesn't strike me as somebody who has hands. You know
He's not, but it was a boxing match. So why would you try to do a guillotine, or why would you try to do all kind of weird stuff? You know what I mean?
Because it's been a circus from the start. They're not checking for steroids. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just a big circus show, and it's a good sell. It's a fun show to watch, but
Yeah, for me, I actually felt like it ruins somewhat the sport. You know, because it's not the boxing. It's still a spectacle, but at least keep the rules. Because if you don't keep the rules, people feel that okay, well, rules are rules, but you don't have to keep them. You can just do whatever.
yeah.
You know, like there has to be a little bit of dignity, a little bit of sport ethics. You know, if this is what you signed up for, then fucking don't try to choke. Don't try to do a guillotine. Punch. That's what you agreed upon, and you get a lot of money to do so. So fucking focus and punch, and not try to.
Yeah, I don't think they have much of the honor when it comes to that part.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Jake Paul's more serious than his brother.
Yeah.
Jake Paul wants that respect. You know.
Yeah.
The brother's in WWE, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So
Jump off the ring.
Yeah.
Did you watch the video when they showed when Logan won? Jake stands behind him, and then he's like, and then like 3-4 times, and someone did like you saw the meme?
Yeah.
Fuck, I was cracking up. Could be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Everybody does it, I'm assuming, you know?
We don't do it.
Well, not we, but in that, entertainment circle, right? Like, just feel like
I'm part of that circle, all right? And Nick and Nate don't do it.
you're part of the sports circle, okay? The fighter circle. I think the entertainment side, where you have all these YouTubers and
Right, YouTube.
Yeah.
they're all fucking around doing all kind of dumb shit.
And there's some pro fighters that do it too, some boxers and MMA fighters. Oh yeah.
Yeah, isn't it called sniffing salt?
Yeah.
In the old days, boxing, wake them up. And it was white.
True. So what do you see in the next, in the future for you and for Nate and for your combination?
Well, me, I'm still feeling good. I'm not ready to quit. Now, Nathan, I'm just right with him to see what he wants to do. Yeah. But he still looks really good. I mean, this guy, you should see him train. Wow.
Well, he also got I think he's figured the business out too, which is what I like seeing him do.
Yeah, me too.
I like seeing him being able to continue to be himself and now own everything, instead of having to answer to somebody, like, I respect the hell out of that. Like,
yeah. That's true, you're right.
I mean, they say he did $500,000 from the Jake Paul fight.
Oh, he did way more than $500,000, bro.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
$2 million.
Because he's a co-promoter, you know what I mean?
Poor pay-per-view, I mean, I don't know what he got yet. I don't know about that. I don't know if they paid him yet or not, but that's another.
Yeah, that's another chunk. Well, he deserves it because he was fucked over all the time.
Mm-hmm. Doing all those fucking cheap fights in the beginning for Dana. Not cheap, they didn't get paid, but not what he's worth,
They fight like 5 times a year. Him and Nick. They're the only ones that did it. Nobody else would do it. Oh, no, I don't want to do it. They would do it. So finally, Nate said, you know what? Okay, we got to stop doing this. I want to start going less fights and more money.
Yes.
Because they were fighting all the time for cheap. But they wanted it,
So, just out of curiosity, how come you don't train Nate anymore? Nick anymore?
He got into an accident, hurt something back here, but he's doing fine. But I don't know what he wants to do yet. I mean, I don't know if I know he wants to do the jiu-jitsu part. He was supposed to do it with somebody, but they both got injured. Probably, was it George St. Pierre?
Yeah.
They both got hurt. I don't know what happened, but that's what I heard.
Oh, it was supposed to be just a jiu-jitsu match.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That could have been dope.
Yeah.
Nick is such a free spirit, yeah?
Yeah.
I got to party with him one night out here.
He's really cool, huh?
The last time he was here, 2 years ago?
No, this was many moons ago. Maybe about, how can I say, 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
And ran into him. I brought him in VIP, got him drinks and whatever they wanted. And it was just him and one of his homies.
I don't know who that
I forget who it was, bro.
Black hair?
I think so, yeah. About the same size. Yeah.
I know him. Anyway.
Yo, and so long story short, we're just having a blast. And then they're like, what's the next party? I was like, I got to go home. I work in the morning, but I'll drop you off. So I sent one of my friends with him. My friend's calling me in the middle of the night. He's like, bro, everybody in this bar, they're trying to fight everybody in this bar right now. I was like, well, get them the fuck out of there. But they just, nobody, they got big balls. That's it.
Yeah.
So any inkling of testing, come test. But when I was hanging out and talking story with him, everything was just very like feeling oriented and just like, going through life like, yeah, whatever it may be, if that happens, that happens, He's real passionate. He talked about his relationship or his fight with BJ Penn, which was one of the big ones.
Yeah.
And he explained to me, he's like, man, I never even had a problem with BJ. And that's the whole thing, man. Just trying to be cool with him, and he's over here being a fucking dick.
Because he didn't want to fight him.
Yeah.
He's not my friend. I don't want to fight him.
Yeah.
But then BJ Penn had to do something to rile him up, to get him,
into it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And he's telling me that day. Telling me there, he's like, man, I didn't know what was going on. I like him.
I actually watched that fight. I actually had I had a table back in the day. It was at the Giovanni Pastrami, and we watched that fight. And brought a play, and he lost, BJ.
Oh yeah.
And the place went silent. The place went silent. Everybody was like, "What? What?" Everybody was fucking sad, bro, because everybody's like, "Right, that fucking BJ."
Yeah, the hope for BJ during that time, that era, was still high, and then it slowly started going away. Like, okay, BJ.
Yeah.
But I remember still having hope in losing money. I was betting, and I was
always
picking BJ.
I always
bet BJ.
Always bet BJ.
Yeah.
Well, he's from here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think he was the first one to actually do it from here and do it that big.
Yeah.
So we were all standing behind him, but then, he got some cracks, and I think one thing led to another.
Got to end sometime. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got wife and kids, you're saying, yeah?
Oh, my kids are grown. They're older than you.
Huh?
Yeah, my youngest one's 44.
Oh, wow.
Oldest one's 50, 51.
So so that means they were already out doing their thing when you started pushing boxing?
No, I was training my kid, not my daughter, but my boys. I trained them, but not, she wasn't into it, but Richie and Chico, my two boys, when they were little. And then they used to go to the gym when they got older, and Richie participated in boxing. He did really good. They wanted him to go to try out some kind of like Olympic trials. I go to different places, different states, but I couldn't go with him because I was working. So he said, "No, Dad, I'm good. I'm just going to go to school, go to college. I'll play football." He plays football after college, yeah. And so.
Oh, dope.
But he tore his hamstring really bad. He couldn't play anymore. Yeah. But he was a good little fighter, boy. So was Chico. Chico was more like Nick, and Richie was more like Nathan. More of a and Chico was more of a banger. Bah, bah, he liked that.
They were probably good listeners, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they learned.
I bet they were. Yeah. If not, they're gonna get some cracks. They better listen.
But I'm assuming, like, coaching students boxing. I watch some of my friends, their coaches, but they almost treat them like that's their family and their children. Yeah. So I'm assuming it was the same.
Yeah, you become like Nick and Nate. Oh my gosh, I know people say this, but they're like sons to me. I mean, I got real close to them, a bond, and it's a good feeling. I've had it with other fighters too, but I've had a long term with this, like Rodney Jones, Tony Dominguez. You get that bond because it's only you guys really working and focusing it and building it up, trying to make it to the top. So it's like king of the mountain. So it's just there. Not everybody around, like, hey, then you don't socialize them. This is, even though it's just at the gym, it's a bond, strong bond. Yeah, it's a good feeling. So when they lose, I feel really bad. I feel like it's my fault. But when they win, I was like, yeah, jumping around like crazy.
I mean, it's five hours a day, 6 days a week. You're talking about a huge investment of spending time together and building relationship for years and years.
Yeah, they'll come and train, and they'll go and do jiu-jitsu, and they'll go do triathlons, weekends. Yeah.
Do you think Nate will ever go back to the UFC?
I don't know. You never know. I can't say because everybody can change your mind. They can say no, and then tomorrow I'm doing it. So it's up to him. Yeah.
But the love is there for the sport.
He loves the boxing. I goes, oh man, Rich, I love it. It's only from the waist up. 'Cause I've been wanting to box a long time, but he's always a contract.
Yeah.
Nick did it one time when he was younger, And boy, he beat this guy. This guy had like 150 amateur fights. I forgot how many pro fights. I think he had 17. And it was a 6-round or 8-round. And Nick was not clocking him every time, dropped him every time, every round. Second round, the guy used the elbow, busted him wide open.
Dang.
Oh, man. And the cut man got mad and said, hey, Nate, you want elbows? Nick can do good elbows. The referee said, no, I'll go talk to him. I got elbows because Nick was hitting him, boom, banging him. So he just, and after that, but then Nick just whooped his butt bad.
Oh, yeah.
I said, yes.
How old is Nick nowadays?
Nick is 39, 40,
Okay.
39, yeah.
You think he will go back to fighting?
He wants to, but I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, he wants to, but he's waiting. I guess it's healed now. I'm going to get injured again. He's going to do jiu-jitsu, so.
But he doesn't have any fights left on the UFC. He doesn't
I think
on
he
his
has one.
contract.
I think so. I'm not sure. Pretty sure it's one. Yeah.
Wow, that would be a dope comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it just seems like, from an outside perspective, that boxing seems to be a lot more lucrative
Oh yeah.
and a lot less strenuous on your body.
It is.
Is it? You know?
Except for the head, just like MMA, UFC is the head too. But the difference is, the difference is they use everything.
Mm-hmm.
And jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, oh gosh, I can't believe it. The elbows, kicks. Oh, gosh. I'd be hurting. One time I was doing mitts with Nathan and had the pad on, so we're going to throw some kicks too. Well, automatically as a fighter, I went to block the kick, and he kicked me right here, and my elbow got like this.
Oh,
I bet.
dang.
Nathan said, we ain't going to do that no more. I said, no, man. I couldn't do nothing for a couple of weeks. Yeah, it was
Jeez.
icing it and everything. He just kicked me just right. But I automatically just went down and pop. I said,
So, I would stay that path, the least resistance, right? More money, less strenuous.
It is, more money and less strenuous. Trying to waste up.
Yeah.
I-
That's why a lot of these UFC guys are trying to, mention a little, a lot of mixed martial artists are mentioning a little more of maybe we'll go into boxing. A lot of the UFC guys can't. I know Max had briefly spoke about it, saying shocks, if the UFC let me, I'd go out there smoke everybody, because
He's good.
a lot less work on your,
So they got bare knuckles now. A lot of them are going to bare knuckles. I don't make a lot of money, but
I don't think they make that much
No,
money,
they
and
don't.
probably the
Sponsors.
concussion is much more.
Worse.
Yeah, I mean that's no joke.
Yeah.
That's no joke. We just had a Hawaiian fight in the bare knuckle.
that's brother John Bernard, bro.
Yes,
So-
bro. What a beautiful movement!
Yes.
Wow, bam, bam. Wow.
So he was fighting for a little while, and then he stopped for God, I want to say long, 9-10 years.
What?
Ended up becoming an MMA photographer. So that's how I met him. He was shooting the local fights as a photographer, and then disappeared off social media. I don't remember what happened there's a huge gap of time. I don't remember what he was doing, and then out of nowhere he just made a comeback.
So the last fight that we watched was his
His second fight,
his second coming back.
and same thing, knockout. He's just a beautiful movement,
Beautiful movement. He's like dancing.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's why it's interesting to see, because
What's his name? Bernard.
John Bernard,
I'm going to look
Shout out to John Bernard.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
untamable.
He's from here?
Yeah. West Side, same place Yancey's from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you met Yancey.
I used to train him.
So was that in Stockton?
Yeah, when he used to come down for fights, I used to train him.
How did you understand him at first? Because he speaks such
Yeah.
a
No,
okay.
yeah.
Because he like a heavy
Yeah.
pigeon. He's like, oh,
But he can turn it up and off.
Yeah.
No? He can
probably.
Yeah.
on and
Yeah.
off. Sometimes you talk to him and he sounds like a philosopher, and sometimes you talk to him and he's like,
Yeah, what? I just go, yeah.
bat. Ah, what a legend. What a legend. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It means a lot to us to spend so much quality time with you.
Thank you.
We know you're a busy man. We don't want to take you away too long from your wife. We had a blast, and I know that our viewers will cherish that past hour, and you shared a lot, and you made us understand more than we knew before, and that's what counts. So
Thank you.
thank you, Richard. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us.
Guys, for inviting me.
Absolutely.
I thought special. I said, whoa, broadcast.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Bro, you're a legend.
Legend.
You're a legend.
Legend of the sport, for
Thank you.
sure.
I tried.
I was scared at first when I seen you. I was I was like, bro, you know, because I don't get to see you talk much except for when you're yelling at Nate and Nick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you gotta do this. I was like, oh.
Oh, you were afraid he gonna yell at you?
Well, I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
What are you doing kind of to me? Get away from me.
more. I
You know, buddy.
Oh,
know.
classic.
Plus, I don't like interrupting them. You know, I saw you with your wife, and I was like, oh man, I don't want wifey to get mad, but I had to. You know.
That was a good feeling to see. I'm glad you came up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do that. I'll be at the store, and they'll yell, Richard, where I live, in Medford. And they'll come, I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you. Don't get mad. I said, I'm all right. It's okay. I'm just walking around just like you are. No big deal. Can I take pictures? Yeah, come on. I mean, people get, I don't know why. It's,
People recognize you because of your beautiful hair.
that's what, I think this is the fox.
Yes.
Classic.
Yes. But thank you. Mahalo.
Thank you.
Mahalo. Mahalo.
Mahalo.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
What a great pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, my man.
Really,
And we're out. See you next week.
Yes,